So we really geared up as a community. People got connected to people. And I think Alex is just a very generous guy. But when I met up with Alex on Friday to give him some of the plastic sheets that I picked up from American Plastics, he said, it's the STEM network that helped make this happen, Phil. Connecting people with people.
That was Dr. Phil Hampton, chemistry professor at CSUCI. Today he will be sharing about how our community is coming together to supply the critical need of face shields for Ventura County healthcare workers. Phil, how did you find out about this need?
So I forget what day last week it was, but my colleague Safa Khan, who teaches in the chemistry department at CS2CI, reached out to the chemistry department saying how Ventura County Medical Center was short on face shields. They need face shields to be able to intubate coronavirus patients and also to do some of the testing, because when you do a throat swab, which is one of the best ways for detecting coronavirus, people will often cough in your face. So they pretty much run out of their supply of face shields, which can't easily be autoclaved. They're made out of plastic. They melt in an autoclave.
Excuse me, Phil. Just to clarify, autoclave is a sterilization process. Thank you, Phil. Please go on.
And so she was reaching out. She had found that there was a 3D printable version of a face shield, and she wanted to know if chemistry had, or the university had 3D printers that might jump on making face shields for Ventura County Medical Center. So with that information, I got the specs on the dimensions of the face shield. We really only had one in chemistry that was able to print, actually two of them, one that belonged to Brittany Veldman, assistant professor in chemistry, and then our big behemoth that I was talking about earlier that is a Stratasys.
Oh, the one that printed out 8 and then gave up. Pardon me, please continue.
But I decided I'd try to get more information, and I reached out to Alex Wolf because I thought, oh man, this is something Alex would be interested in. And I found out he was already active in it, that he had friends of his who worked at VCMC, and that they'd even built a prototype of that design and given it to VCMC. VCMC was all in favor of it. I can get you the name of the people there at VCMC as a point of contact. And Alex said that there was a whole group from the Naval Base who jumped on 3D printing as well.
That's great. How is Alex connected to the VC STEM network?
So Alex's school was the recipient of one of our very first Golden Gear Awards. That school and really the makerspace innovation learning that Alex created was why they received the Golden Gear Award that very first year. And then this past year, this last fall, STEM Ambassadors received the STEM Champion Award. I think.
Yes.
I think. They did?
Yes.
Right? Okay, good. That initial need at VCMC, now most of the local hospitals have a need for the face shields because they're running low.
Phil, who else has been instrumental in helping with this effort?
So in the process of all of this, American Plastics, I'll connect you with the guy there. He's donated significant amounts of plastic to Alex Wolf. Alex has proceeded to build a partnership with a sign company that has the ability to use their CNC machine to cut polycarbonate plastic. Alex is cutting PETG, polyethylene terephthalate glycol sheets on his laser cutter. And we're at the point where VCMC and other hospitals probably need close to a couple thousand face shields. And I think the local capacity right now at at Alex's house alone was about 20 face shields a day. And that's with his STEMbassador team setting up 3D printers on nearly every surface in his house. So we really geared up as a community. People got connected to people. And I think Alex is just a very generous guy. But when I met up with Alex on Friday to give him some of the plastic sheets that I picked up from American Plastics, he said, it's the STEM network that helped make this happen, Phil. Connecting people with people. And so I thought that was kind of a really nice tribute to BC STEM and our work. And I've been trying to push the bigger story, which is all of the players who are part of this story and shining a light on each and every one of them, including the STEMbassador kids that were showcased in a KCLU and a KYET news story. So that's kind of like the big picture there.
That is a fantastic big picture. Thank you, Phil, for sharing. This is Colleen Tabor with the BC STEM Network. Thank you for listening.